the calves, been feeding them a grain-free beef. Chickens are rejoicing in this. This little red one is our last. Well, good morning. It's a fine week. It's still windy, as it has been for the last month or two. And we are working ground. Finally. This is probably about a month later than I anticipated to be doing all this. But nonetheless, we're here. We're here and we're doing it. When I say we, I mean Dad's doing it. I'll get to it as well. It's always pretty exciting when you haven't actually seen what sort of soil you're working with. You just never really know what's hiding under there, like rocks. Looks like it's going to bust down really well though. That's one big positive. Yeah, I think Dad was the last person to plough this paddock, and he's had about 20 other tractors in between then, so probably about, I'll have to ask him. So, a little few things that Dad has mentioned is that there's some rocks in here. It's a bit upsetting, and that he ploughed it when he first bought the, he got it an Inter 685, an International 685 tractor. When he bought that brand new, that was its first job was here. And he can't really remember, but I seem to remember that being about 40 years ago. Well, I don't remember, but I was born similar sort of time to when he bought it. And I'm 37, and I reckon, yeah, that was probably 40 odd years, so this paddock's had 40 odd years of not being touched. Bit uneven over here, obviously because the plough is jumping up over a few rocks and bits and pieces and bringing a few up, like that jagged looking thing. Oh no, I see more. Oh, there's one there, the size of my boot. Yeah, look at that. That's a big rock. Big rock. It's now my time to shine. Take the spreader off, put the discs on. Usually we just put the spreader in the shed, but tomorrow Dad's going to go pick up the fertiliser, ready to spread on all the paddocks, basal fertiliser. Try and get that done after I do all the groundwork. Start spreading, and then put the drill on, and then get drilling, and then find someone to put a roller on the back of a tractor and start rolling. And then watch the heavens above come down. Oh yeah, I don't think I've mentioned that there's a bit of a time restraint on all this. So today's Wednesday the 15th, and we've got till Saturday night to get as much as we possibly can done. Because of course, then it's going to rain again, which it seems to be doing very regularly, which is great. Recording. Thank you. So that was Megan. She was just checking in. She thought she was being funny. Now it's recorded. So I'm glad that's with us all. That side. We are ready to rock and roll, peeps. Drones up in the air. Ready to fire. We'll engage that. I'm just having a look through, and we've sprayed this off 11 days ago. That's the result that we've had with 2.5 litres of Roundup and 250 mils of Camber. Oh no, wait, it wasn't Canberra, it was MCPA. It was MCPA 1 litre. And I find that MCPA, it was MCPA LVE, the formulation that we use, so it's not the regular 750. Not that that's important, but the LVE formulation that we use, 570, I only used it at 1 litre, and man has it done a terrific job. There's some really good synergy between the Roundup and the MCPA, where it just knocks just about everything out of the park. Some people might come at me and say, oh, there's a plant back on that. We're going to end up ploughing it, it'll be fine. I'd be comfortable within a couple of days of putting a turnip crop in this after following MCPA. But if you're an agronomist, you've got to abide by the rules, and if there's a plant back, you follow it. But as a farmer, I can be as reckless as I like, because the onus falls back on me. But yeah, cheers, it nukes everything. It's fantastic. But anyway, let's get disking. Pop it up. It's been a couple of days, it's Friday now, and we are slowly getting there. That's almost finished ploughing those front 2 paddocks, and now we'll start on the front one very shortly. But in the meantime, I've got Megan with me because I need to do, well, I've already done it, the walk of shame, and I've got to go grab the 4-wheeler out of the laneway because this happened. About 5 o'clock this morning, I was entering said bog hole, which is on a lane. It's just another laneway that hopefully we'll do very shortly. There we go. Now that short intermission has been resolved, we will go and put the spreader on the tractor because we've got some fertiliser on the truck. So I'm going to try and spread a bit of basal fertiliser around for all the, well, most of the crops that we'll put in. We've just had the De Bruyn's truck come drop off some feed. That's pellets for the calves. Been feeding them a grain-free beef. Just find they just, whether it's because it's so much almond hull or what it is, but they just love it. Obviously all the fert is on the back, behind the clasp there. We've got the spreader on, and in the front paddock, Dad has made a really good crack at the front paddock, ploughing that. go and start spreading some fertiliser. We've got a bit of urea on there too, and it's been probably a week or so since I've spread urea, and I'm trying to do it every week. With the impending Sunday rain that is now vanishing, which, yeah, a little bit hard to take at the moment, but I think now they're sort of forecasting one for Wednesday. I think I'll still go and target to get this urea on, because the settings are already on the spreader at the moment, and then we'll put the settings for the basal fertiliser, which is 8-18-10. We'll put that on all the cropping ground that we're going to do, and we'll put that on at about probably 250 kilos. But yeah, we've got to set up the veins on the spreader for that different fertiliser, because urea is a different setting to 8-18-10, which is MAP and a little dash of MOP in there too. Must be about 80 or 90% MAP to 10% MOP, which it's just NPK, different ratios of different things. That's just the base of what it's made up of. Anyway, we'll just circle about and try and get a few things done before milking. Last night, got the spreading done. Pretty much applied to all the paddocks. On another side note, oh, sorry girl, oh dude, this little red one is our last calf for the year. That is 2025 calving season all done. Here's our last little calf. We've ended up going for, I think there was 1 week there and 1 week on the end, so 1 week early, 1 week late. Calving all up was about 9 weeks. We only left the bulls in for 7 weeks. Love that condensed calving, and yeah, I think 245 cows that we calved. I think we lost 3 cows, which just, unfortunately that's how it goes, but still a pretty good result in the end. Really happy. We've only got 1 mob now. There's 2 colostrums and 2 treatment cows, so they go into a bucket separate, and the rest of them are all in that 1 mob. It's just, geez, it makes a difference. Just having to do 2 fences or just monitor 1 mob is just such a significant difference for us. It's great. The calves are still going along. The calves are still going along pretty well. I think we've got 2 mobs now outside, and then there's 11 inside here still. That will keep them going. Now, one thing that we did run out of time, well, not we, I ran out of time for, was to sort of work down these other paddocks. So I've got Brody in because it's Saturday, and he's gonna just work this paddock and the other paddock down the road. I don't love doing groundwork in the class, but chickens are rejoicing in this. So the class isn't the first sort of choice of tractor for groundwork, but it's doing the job. It's got the bucket on the front so we can pick up some, there are some big rocks that we'll see occasionally, so we can just chuck it in as we go. In the meantime, I've got to go get the planter on and start drilling. Crops here, there, everywhere. So I did say that it's going to rain on Sunday, the start of this video, and tomorrow is Sunday, but the rain has dropped right off. I think it's only forecast to be about 2 mils. But now they've put another lot of rain for Wednesday. So it's just given us a little bit more time to sort of get around, because I'm not going to get 5 paddocks done in that time. As far as this video goes, just doing a bit of groundwork, ground prep for our crops to go in. I think that'll just about do, so stay tuned for next week, where we hopefully plant, drill, whatever you want to call it, roll, not irrigate because it'll rain, and we'll be all done and all happy with how everything goes. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye.